I just did 20. Well, we're glad he's here because now we're going to talk about, let me step back. I hope you've watched the last 2 hours, and I really hope you appreciate the amazing brands that we've had. We have some of the very best brands in electronics. And I think that's why millions and millions of you shop with us for your electronics, because it's brands like HP. You know, it's brands like Bose. This is the good stuff, you guys. It's not some off-name brands that you're like, I've never heard of that one. You know, we've got the best of the best. And this is truly one of the best. In fact, the #1 most popular computer in the country is, guess what? HP. Isn't that interesting? There's a lot of computers out there. They rank as #1. And we always want to buy the best when we can. Yeah. You know, it's nothing worse than going to a car dealership and having to settle for the 10th decent car. You want the best car. And tonight, if you're looking for an incredible laptop with just an amazing amount of performance, lots of great features, and a huge bundle we're offering exclusively, you're in the right place. I'm just going to go over the deal, the colors, and that kind of thing, and then Aaron's going to take over and show you why this has been so wildly popular. We actually have 4 gorgeous colors. I have what's called the midnight blue. It's got a silver keypad to it. This has been the most popular color. I think it's very neutral, which is easy. The most limited is this, and it's gorgeous. If you want really high end, this is called our diamond white. I have less than 100 of you who can get in tonight's offer.
We had 300 last time I was on air.
Yeah, so we're less than 100 now.
That's great.
Above that one, this one is called our Sunkissed Plum, and it's got a beautiful, we love it when they do the designer keyboards. Right across from that is the teal, or excuse me, aquamarine sky. And again, wait till you see this one. One of the all-time favorites is right here. Look how pretty that is. And then, of course, I have the midnight blue in front of me. What are we doing tonight? Well, guys, we have 5 flex of $84 or VIP financing. If you pull out your HSN card, you have 12 months to pay this off. That is completely interest-free. It comes out to a little, right around $35. You pay it off in a year, no extra interest is going to be charged on that. All right, so I want to start off with this, Aaron, because I think it's super impressive. And you get more goodies, by the way. Microsoft is included. You get a voucher pack. We'll talk about all that. But my most impressive thing is computers are very hard for people to agree that they like them, because there's just this feature or that feature they don't like.
Very specific. We've all used a computer.
Yeah.
We all have an opinion.
I don't like this. I wish it did this. Why doesn't it do that? This one has right now over 308 perfect 5 stars on it.
Wow.
That is a wow.
5 stars?
I looked it up, 308. People love it so much that they went on and just, they rave about it online.
It is that good, I will say. I saw a lot of computers. You can kind of tell from the minute you touch a computer how good it is. You can tell how responsive it is. You can see how nice the screen is. You know, there's other things inside that you might not know, but sort of instantly you can tell, oh yeah, I'm gonna like this. And this, I love selling this computer.
It's
absolutely love selling this computer. So it's Customer Appreciation Month, as you can see in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. At HSN, it's Customer Appreciation Month. So it's just a quick preamble, I promise. We, HP, are not only the #1 selling computer brand in America, we're the #1 selling brand, period, at HSN. So all the great health, beauty, fashion, fitness. Suzanne might get mad at me. We even sell more than scrapbooking. Believe it or not, HP is the #1 selling brand at the entire company. Why do I bring all that up? Because when HSN calls us and goes, hey, #1 brand, it's Customer Appreciation Month, we don't play. We bring it, and we really have. This is our big Customer Appreciation Month computer. And what we did is we put all the #1s in it. So not just our own name, HP, the #1 selling brand in America, on a computer that, honestly, this computer with this software, with Microsoft 365 built in, we'll get to that. Every computer has a matching mouse. You would expect to pay $1,000 for it, right? You're not. We put the #1 selling screen size in America, 15.6 inch. We make a 14-inch computer, we make an 11-inch computer, we make a 17-inch computer. The #1 selling screen size in America is the 15-inch computer. So we made it easy for you there. We know there's a lot to sort of get bogged down with when you're buying a computer. So many choices to make. You don't have to worry about it. We just chose all the most popular. Here's the next thing that nobody would expect. It's touchscreen. Touchscreen is the biggest. It makes everything so much simpler, so much easier. You see something you want to see more clearly. You see, here, there's Preloaded. I saw Skip and Amanda on earlier today, I think, maybe yesterday. I don't know, I'm watching all the time. You want to see some Preloaded a little bit more clearly, you give it a touch, there it is. You go, oh, no, wait. I think that looks familiar to me, but I can't quite, I need my reading glasses to see what that is. No, you don't. It's Perlier Nourishing Pearl Body Cream. It's 10.1 ounce size, and you can see all that without your glasses because you can pinch and you can zoom. Having a touch screen is a game changer. If you have a computer right now and it's not touch screen, you want to try this computer. Think for a minute. When you see that price, a little over 400 bucks, I'll bet for your 4-inch or your 5-inch cell phone, you spent more money than you're spending today on your computer, right? On your, and we'll get into this, on your AMD Athlon Silver processor. So it's AMD, so it's better graphics, it's better visuals, it's better gaming, it's better online. I'll bet you spent more on your 4 or 5-inch cell phone screen than you're spending tonight on your 15-inch touchscreen
That's
computer.
a great point, actually. A really good point. And you know, we do so much on our computers. We rely on them so much more. You know, everybody, it's so funny. It's like if I have to do anything even less than serious, if I'm just goofing them on my cell phone, but anything beyond that, I've got to get on a computer to do it. It's just too complicated. It's too hard. You're not writing complicated emails on your phone, you know? You're not doing that on your tablet. And right now is a great time to get it. And I kind of preface the presentation with why. Why is it so imperative to do it now? Well, there's a really big reason, and that's because there's a whole story behind Windows 10 and Windows 11. Explain that.
Okay, so the operating system on this, on your new computer, is Windows 11. It's Windows 11 in S mode, which I'll talk about, but the 10-second version is you don't have to buy antivirus, anti-spyware, anti-malware for this computer. It is self-protected. But here's the big thing you need to know. If you have a Windows 10 computer right now, over 400 million Americans still use a Windows 10 computer. You're not alone, about 2/3 of computer users. This year, in October, on October 14th, Windows is discontinuing their support for Windows 10. So that means if you have a Windows 10 computer, as your apps continue to update, they're not going to work well with your Windows 10 anymore. Your virus definitions and those sort of things are no longer going to be updated. Your computer isn't going to run like it should run. And this is another really key thing. I'll make it as simple as I can. It's in the years that Windows discontinues one of their operating systems, their previous operating systems, computer sales always rise a ton. So that means this year, a lot more people, as we get towards the closer and closer to October especially, will have to buy a new computer. You watch the news, you know what's going on in the world. Computers aren't going to get less expensive as this year goes on. I mean, we simply know that already. This computer is a fantastic value. Expect to pay more for it in a couple months than you do today because of obviously all of the global things that are happening. So it's just worth mentioning.
Yes.
You're going to need to upgrade your computer, especially if you have a Windows 10 computer between now and October. I would do it right now while we have these computers, while they're here, while they're great value.
Well, yeah, and you know, we can't honestly emphasize that enough. Like, if you're gonna get a new computer, don't wait 6 months to do it. You know, now you are getting, and again, remember, we've cut all of our orders with HP. We did this months ago.
Right.
So you're really getting.
It's here.
Yeah, it's here, and it's their latest. You know, it's not like you're getting some 3-year-old model that's kind of a clearance price. They just, for customer appreciation, they always just do such a good job, thank you HP folks, for putting together these amazing offers. And here's your opportunity. You definitely want to get upgraded. And the reason is you could be on your computer in October and all of a sudden, hey, why isn't that software working? Wait, what's wrong with my app? Oh, and it's going to make your computer more vulnerable for security. And when you call or try to get somebody to help you, there's literally not going to be any help available because they're going to stop supporting the old operating system. So now's the perfect time to do this. All right, what are you getting with this? Well, you get the computer itself. Again, the sweet spot of size. Yeah. You got a lot in the guts we're going to talk about in just a second. The diamond white is almost sold out. I'm going to get rid of all my cards and pop this out here so you guys can see it. It's gorgeous. If you want the luxe color, the really fond, it's always white, like white phones, you know, white handbags, always very expensive. You do get the matching wireless mouse to go with this. You are getting the value-added software, so there's going to be a card that comes with it that's hundreds of dollars worth of apps and software included, and you're getting Microsoft 365 for an entire year. That by itself is about $70 if you bought it separately. That is also included with this in its full version with our offer. Normally this would be almost $600. We're at $419 and some change. We do have 5 Flex, which is a major credit card. You could pay it off in 5 months, great. Or if you have your HSN card, you get 12 months interest free to get this, pay it off in a year and spend no extra interest, which comes out to about $35 a month.
Wow.
You know, do you have a kid going off to college, moving on to high school, someone who's driving you crazy for a laptop? Do you have an old desktop? For me, this is definitely a desktop replacement.
Absolutely, well, especially because it's touchscreen. So let me show you what I mean there.
Yeah, true. True.
It's 15-inch, it's on, what she said. It's 15-inch, it's on the go. It weighs about 3.2 pounds. It has an 11.5-hour battery life, so it's great portability, right? The only reason you buy a desktop is because sometimes you want a bigger screen. You want to be able to see something bigger. Well, look, you want to be able to see something bigger? You just take your fingers and you give it a little pinch, and it's like that would be about the size that it would be on like a 24-inch screen or a 27-inch screen. So you really have the best of both worlds. Probably my favorite way to emphasize this, I'm just gonna hop down here to the bottom of the screen. There's all this great stuff on hsn.com. Boom, boom. Okay, here. You probably can't quite read that text from where you are unless you're like on top of your television. Well, look at, yeah, you can. Look, because I can pinch and I can zoom. And at HSN, we like to emphasize the small print. Free exchanges and easy returns. We want you to love what you buy. If you don't, send it back. Within 30 days, need the same item in a different size or color, we'll ship you your exchange for free. Why do I read that to you? Well, I do want you to know that buying a computer at HSN is the easiest thing in the world. They don't do a 15% restocking fee or any of that, so you can get it home and try it out while we've got it. But I also want you to see that even small print isn't small print anymore. And I think that is a huge thing for all of us, for anyone over 30, you know, certainly, I don't know, okay, maybe 40. But you get the point, right? If not having to find your reading glasses to read that and go on and
you know what else
off.
great about touchscreen is so intuitive.
Oh
We
gosh,
touch our
yes.
phones all day long. We're so used, and so much easier. You know, it's not, oh, I gotta get my mouse, I gotta use the keypad, I gotta do this. No, you literally walk up and hit the screen and it's gonna take you to wherever you wanna go. So it does, you know what's nice about that? Unlike a desktop you are manipulating everything to get to what you want. With this, like right now, I'm literally shopping for diamonds. I did not know that all of our diamonds are on sale, and I love diamonds. And so, not that I wasn't paying a ton of attention to you, but that did catch my eye. And so what's really cool is I'm literally just touching the screen. I'm checking out the diamond. Carol Brody right now, I'm on her diamonds looking at them, looking for the deals. I am enthralled by what he's saying, but I am telling you, it's just so easy. I can still pay attention to you and still shop at the exact same time. By the way, the operating system is so fast and speedy as well. The screen is beautiful. It's a full-size keyboard, guys, even at 15-inch. Sometimes what'll happen is you don't get the numeric keypad over here, and that drives me crazy.
Yeah,
because I use my credit card a lot. So I need that, and it's really nice that that is actually built into this. Do you get webcam? Absolutely, you get that. There's just tons of features, but the real deal is not missing out. Now, I do have to give you another update because these are flying.
Okay.
If you want the midnight blue, that is actually the most popular, and I think it's very unisex. I think it's very easy. The diamond white is the most limited. I have less than 100 left now here, but this has been the most popular since we brought this in for customer appreciation. You're not gonna find this deal anywhere else. I think that's important. I love you guys, but some people go, I'm just gonna go online, I'm gonna find something better. You can't. This is 100% exclusive to HSN from the folks at HP.
It's new here. It is exclusive here at HSN. As Suzanne said, over 200, I think, perfect 5-star reviews.
No, 308.
Over 300, like I said. Over 300, not 200. Wow.
That's amazing.
It's
Actually.
I don't know if I've ever had a computer, frankly, that has more perfect reviews than this computer.
great
It is just universally across the board, whether it's for a mom or a dad or a grandmother or a student. It's a safer computer to use because it's Windows 11 in S mode. I'm going to get to that. I want to talk about this processor just for a couple minutes, though. This part Suzanne will like. It's kind of a geek out moment, but I want to explain to you why it's a faster processor. It's the AMD Athlon Silver processor, and it has AMD Radeon graphics. When we hear AMD, people who know tech think of better graphics, better visuals. For example, in Xbox and PlayStation, which are obviously, you know, these great gaming machines, they have AMD processors built in them. Here's what makes it. Here's the technology that makes it different. AMD was the first company to use what's called an APU. an accelerated processing unit. So most computers have a central processor and a graphics processor, okay? So the central processor gets the information, and then there's about 1, 2, 3 steps before it gets to the graphic processor, and you can see it on your screen. In this computer, what AMD does is they've created something called an accelerated processing unit, an APU. I know it's geeky, but listen. What it means is they are interlaced. The graphics processor and the central processor are now one processor. So instead of having 3 different steps to get from the brain to the screen, it's one step because it's interlaced. They're the first company to do that. That's why when you're streaming your favorite shows, when you're surfing the web, when you just put in a search for something and a lot of video information comes up, it's all faster because this has an accelerated processing unit. Now, if I were you, I would be thinking, what about all the little things? What about the biometric fingerprint reader? Check, it's there. You never have to remember a password again. You just need your fingertips. That's it. You got your thumbprint or your forefinger, whatever. Put your finger there, and I'll show you this in just a second. It remembers your passwords for you. What about a backlit keyboard? Yep, there's a backlit keyboard built in as well, so you can use this in all lighting conditions. What about a webcam? Yep, there's an HP TrueVision high-definition webcam built in. I'm telling you, it is all there. We have overturned every stone. I'm going to let Suzanne update you guys because we are super busy. I don't have another show. In fact, I don't have another show on this computer maybe for 2 weeks. I don't have another show, period, for the next 4 days, which means by the time I'm back in this seat, white's gone for sure.
Yeah.
Blue's probably
Blue's
gone.
going to be, yeah, I'll be very surprised when you come back. The blue's almost gone, the white's almost gone. We're in decent shape with the aquamarine, and this is going to be what we call, I think, the plum, right?
Plum, mm-hmm.
Yeah, plum. So the top, and by the way, the top 2 have the colorful keyboards. If you're getting the white, it's a silver keyboard, just like it is on the midnight blue. So that's what the white and the midnight blue look on the inside, because it does count, right? And yes, you can see I am shopping for diamonds right now. I didn't know they were all on sale. And the free shipping, guys. Like, I'm no fool, you know. We even take advantage of the free shipping when we offer it. And remember, that ends at midnight tonight. But here's the thing. I think if you've got an old desktop and you're just tired of it, it's certainly not mobile. This is very mobile. Gosh, we haven't even talked about charging and how easy it is.
I will.
This is huge. The battery life's amazing.
Yeah.
The quick charge just is one of the greatest inventions ever. But I think you deserve a new laptop, right? And more importantly, if you are on that old Windows operating system, you must upgrade. And you have to understand, every retailer out there is dealing with what's happening overseas. You know, if you're kind of reading between the lines, I hope you are. I hope you understand. So we made this deal months and months ago, so you're still getting the echo effect of what we bought and made months ago. And trust me, as we go into the future, unfortunately for every retailer, we're all going to be influenced by what is happening internationally. So if you are thinking about getting a laptop, and I want to talk about a grad, you might have a grad who's, you know, going to college this fall, or you've got a senior graduating, you know, or you've got, you know, a kid going from middle school to high school and they need a new laptop. Go ahead and make that investment now. You have 5 months to pay it off. You have 5 months, you have 30 days to test it out. If you don't love it, please send it back for your refund, but don't miss out on the offer, because this is absolutely one of the most jam-packed, I was going to say today's special, because it really rivals it. And for it to be that price point and be a touchscreen, that's remarkable in and of itself, because most of the time when you get to touchscreen computers that are very rare anyway, they're not at this price point.
Can I tell you something? This is really inside baseball. We thought this was going to be a Today's Special.
Oh, really?
It was originally our plan on March 1st of this year. This was going to be our Today's Special. We didn't get them in the country in time. We got them in a couple of days late, which was still before everything went nuts. So to Suzanne's point, you might be thinking about Christmas. I'm telling you, in the climate that we have today, it is very hard to imagine a computer getting any less expensive anytime soon. And this isn't just a computer, it is a faster computer, it is an easier to use computer, it's a safer computer. Let's talk about Windows 11 in S mode. We're gonna run the Windows 11 video right now, and then after that, we're going to turn out the light so we can show you the backlit keyboard, and we're going to show you the fingerprint reader and all that. But first, Windows 11 in S mode. Windows 11 is the latest version of the Microsoft operating system, and you'll see a little video on it right now. With Windows 11, it's designed to do a couple of things better. Create, connect, and play, all of those things, certainly. But this isn't just Windows 11, and this maybe is the most important thing to hear. This is Windows 11 in S mode. S stands for safety. S stands for security. So unlike other versions of Microsoft's operating system, maybe you have Windows 10 right now, which again, they are discontinuing. They're no longer supporting it starting in October of this year. Unlike previous operating systems, Windows 11 in S mode, you don't have to buy and download and pay for antivirus or anti-spyware or anti-malware or any of that stuff. It has built-in protection that puts you in a whole different league. So if you don't go to an office every day and sit next to the IT guy or the IT gal and have them take care of your computer for you, I think you'll love that your computer is just ready and is just safe and is just protected. It's the computer I would want my mom to use, because she would get an email and go, oh, I don't, and not just mom, honestly, everyone now, but they go, is this real? Is this safe? Do I click on this link? Is this a phishing email? What is this? You don't have to worry about it. You are protected on this computer. The Windows Store is there for you to download your movies and your music and your games and your apps, and it's all been pre-vetted. Okay, 2 more quick things. I'm almost out of time that I want to show you. We have a video we're going to show you right now on this, which is the fingerprint reader. This is the biometric fingerprint reader. Do you know what biometric fingerprint reader means, what the translation is? You'll never have to remember another password. Here, check this out.
Greatest
right now.
thing ever.
Right? I mean, it ain't getting any easier to remember things for me. I don't know about you.